The garden rescue team are on a mission.
Look at that!
To create beautiful green spaces in family homes.
What do you think?
I think that's super cool.
And make people's garden dreams come true.
Fab.
Charlie Dimmock,
Pushes the boundaries out.
the much-loved queen of the family garden.
What can go wrong?
The Rich Brothers,
Good luck, boyo.
creators of classy, trend-setting outdoor spaces.
It's such a nice pop of colour, isn't it?
And Arit Anderson,
That's brilliant.
an award-winning designer with a distinctive sense of style.
A lot of these plants are quite easy to maintain.
They're here to answer garden emergencies
There is a lot to be done.
based on the client's needs and budget.
So I think it's definitely challenging.
2 sets of designers create and pitch garden plans.
Wow.
But only one can win.
Oh, Chazza!
And the loser has to help them build it.
Oh, look at that!
This is what happens when 2 different styles collide
What's not to love?
to turn garden dreams into reality.
Oh, Charlie, I love you.
That's a bit better, isn't it?
Today, it's Arit and the Rich Brothers who are on call. They've been given the challenge of creating a sensory garden.
So here we have Ben and Liz and their children Tom and Ellie. Lovely family from Luton.
Yes, energetic photo.
But this is their space.
Large, expansive lawn.
At the moment, it's just a lawn, but really we'd like something a bit more structured, more age-appropriate for them because they're becoming teenagers now.
Right, Ellie, make room for Thomas.
This garden's got to be somewhere that they can entertain them, that they can relax, and the children can have fun as well. They do have some special needs in the family.
The children can get very hyperactive, especially my son. He can't sit still. He can't keep his attention on anything for any length of time. It's very challenging because everybody looks at you and they don't understand that he has autism because he looks just like anybody else. Taking the children into the forest calms him down. It's like magic. The sound of rain, we need things to feel nice. We need a sensory place where everybody's got somewhere where they can go, a special place where they can calm down and connect with nature.
So it is the ultimate relaxing garden, isn't it?
It is indeed.
Fantastic. What's the budget?
The budget, actually, it's not too bad for this. 5,000.
5,000, that's great.
Yeah.
Fueled with ideas, they get straight to work to design a sensory garden. Each of them will come up with a plan for Liz and Ben's garden that works within their budget. The couple will then choose a winner, and whoever loses will help the winner build the garden. The £5,000 budget will be spent on materials, while Arit and the Rich Brothers, along with a crack team of landscapers, provide the labour for free. Back in Luton, it's time for the pitch.
Hello.
Hello. OK, guys. So, this is the design. So, we know that you wanted to have a garden for the whole family. So, what we wanted to do was we wanted to give you your very own wild camping retreat. Large open lawn, spaces to play and have fun. Then also an area just at the back for you two as well, somewhere you can sit and relax. So overall, it'll be a garden to reconnect with nature, but also a garden of discovery and adventure as well.
So the brothers have taken inspiration from the local forest the family love, while Arit's come up with a different plan.
OK, hello. Are you ready?
Yep.
OK, so this is the Love It Sensory Garden. The whole point of this garden was to give you that playfulness, give you the quiet zones, but also as well come up with the sensory needs that are needed. So I wanted to make sure that you had a journey that goes through the garden, experiencing all of that.
Arit knows the space should have a calm but fun vibe. And both designers know how important it is to be a sensory garden.
And it starts with this sensory path that starts here. So on this part of the journey, you'd come through and there might be cobbles under here or bits of turf, different textures that are going to be underfoot that start to take you through the journey of the garden.
Wow.
You've got an existing patio now, which is really strong, but one of the things I wanted to do for you is just to slightly extend it, just so that you've got a little bit more space, because you kind of come straight out onto this area, and that will just give you a place where you can sit as a family to chill out.
So the paths, what we want to make them out of is a self-binding gravel.
Right.
So what that allows, it allows to create a really smooth, united surface over the whole garden.
Lovely.
The paths have gone down well, but Liz and Ben wanted private spaces too, for the kids to relax. What are our designers' plans for that?
So the cocoon seats that I know that are going to be in this space, I wanted to have one that's close to the home. So, you know, you guys are having a cup of tea or having lunch and Ellie wants to curl up and read her book. She can come and do that in one of the cocoons here, or up in this part of the garden where it's a lot quieter.
Yeah.
Right at the front of the garden, what we wanted to do was we wanted to give Tom and Ellie their very own little cabins. Sounds pretty cool. So what we thought is these little A-frame cabins made out of corrugated tin. And the reason for that is when it rains, it actually gives a beautiful sound. So not only can they be out in the garden when it's great weather, but also when it's actually really bad weather and generally people are inside, the two of them can be out here and they can be really enjoying the rain. And also, as the rain runs off, we're gonna have lovely little pools underneath as well, so the water can collect in there. So they've got a lovely sensory element of listening, watching, and also playing with the water as well. So that'd be really cool.
So the brothers have not only come up with the kids' own space, but included an inventive way of getting water into the garden, an important part of the brief. But Arit's not going to be outdone.
So I think you've got this amazing summer house, which probably you want to start to open up and actually have that as an extra part of living within the garden, but to deck it for you so that you can come out onto this space. And I also want to give the children and yourselves, if you want to, a little water space here.
Yeah.
Finally, to heighten the senses, the planting is key. So what have the designers done to add the wow factor?
You'll have these lovely, tall, airy plants full of colour.
That sounds beautiful.
Or there's a plant called Phlomis, which has got a lovely leaf, really textural leaf, but actually its flower has like almost these baubles on stems, and that dries off, and those seed heads rattle, and it looks really beautiful, and it's things that you can break off and you can use them for
I
art.
can see a lot of fun with those.
Nice,
with
yeah.
the kids.
This is like a riverbed of grasses, really.
Wow.
Grasses are really great for the feel and touch of them, and as well that movement as well in the space, because obviously you get that lovely waft in the breeze that they'll kind of move with you as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fantastic.
fantastic. That's really good.
Lovely. Well, thanks, guys.
See you in a
Brilliant.
bit.
Thank you
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Both designers have come up with their own unique take on a sensory garden, but only one can win. Will they go for Arit's design with her sensory pathways, splash pool and cosy seating areas? Or will they choose the Rich Brothers with their wooden cabins, bound gravel pathways and tactile plants?
Hello.
Hello. So it's been a really, really hard decision. I've got to say that me and Ben chose one design. Tom and Ellie chose another design. The one that we have gone for is...
Oh.
Nice. Well done. That's fantastic.
Oh.
So who won? Was it you two or was it
Children
Tom?
won.
The children won.
Oh, well. So Tom and Ellie, what was it about this design that you really liked then?
It's got a lot of holiday thing and it's nice to relax when it's sunny.
Ideal.
Brilliant. I'm really, really happy.
Arit's thrilled with the win, but she'll need the Rich Brothers to help her turn this plain plot into a sensational sensory garden. It's time for the build and an early start in Luton for Arit's team of landscapers. Lee, project manager Paul, Andy and Steve get straight down to business.
She's lined it up with those patio doors, hasn't she? Pretty much.
Paul gives Andy a hand with his first job, extending the patio with a circular seating area. It's marked out and Andy starts lifting the turf to make way for the concrete slabs. At the back of the garden, Steve and Lee are making short shrift of building the new deck and add joists to strengthen the frame. For the patio, Andy's using a kit of block paving at a cost of £600.
Well, that's the easy bit done. I've got to make sense of all the rest of the bits now. So just going to keep going round, expand it out, fill this area in for the table and chairs.
For Arit's sensory pathways around the edge of the garden, Paul is using a turf cutter to lift a thin layer to make way for the path. It's removed gently as it's going to be recycled later.
It's good to me, mate.
With the frame complete, Lee and Steve start to screw the boards to the deck. They're using red cedar wood, a durable, natural product ideal for all weathers, and along with the frame cost £1,200. The decked area is taking shape, and the sensory path is edged with slim-lined block pavers. The team have pulled out all the stops in the bright sunshine. But just as Arit and the Rich brothers arrive, the heavens open.
I'll let you guys go by.
Oh, I see now. The chicken limbo, is it?
Oh, don't go too low. I can't go that low.
I'm pretty sure that was cheating, but we'll let it slide.
You were going down
It's
lower.
raining, it's dangerous.
The guys have really cracked on. This curvy sensory path. This is really, really exciting. This is where we're going to be able to be playful, using different textures. Children can come out running around and really, really having fun. As we come up the garden, this area, I'm sort of calling what will be my woodland area. A couple of birch trees are going to go in. There's also going to be a space for cocoon seating, and just have this to be a little bit of a wilder area. Lee, look what you've done. It's looking amazing.
Getting there, isn't it?
I really love it. This is a circular deck area, 2 circles that are overlapping, again, to keep in line with the curves. Also, this deck enables the family to now really utilise this lovely, wonderful den that they've got already. I will be coming back to this little zone here, which will be, believe it or not, some water. And this pile of earth, which has come out from the excavations from the patio and the pathway, is now going to be formed into a grass mound, which is going to be great for the children to play around. They can lean against it, jump over it. I just wanted to give them these little play zones that they can go and explore.
With a tarpaulin down to protect the grass, rain doesn't stop play. With the help of the team's plant specialist, Sinead, Arit has chosen plants that not only appeal to the senses of smell and touch, but taste too.
So they've got a couple of gooseberries, currant, so I'm thinking if they sort of act as our backdrop,
Lovely.
and get those at the back. So we've got one over there, and maybe position one here. And these roseberries are great punctuation points.
Yep, and
They're
have a bit of evergreen.
evergreen, bit of structure. So they'll add there. And then maybe we can start to bring, because then they'll love the way that the Peter just fans out.
Right, here we are. Ready for the path, I heard. What do you reckon about
Look
these
at those
materials?
textures, though. It's fab. I'm liking that.
It's gonna be nice, isn't it? Obviously got the brick that's already in the garden, so that's
Yeah.
quite cool. Slightly rougher.
Yeah.
Granite cobble.
Yes, yes.
Quite cool.
Any soft?
Well, some soft. So artificial here. I thought, do you know what? Have a little bit of fun.
Even through my gloves.
Are you sure?
Even I
I
can.
think you're just feeling your gloves there, aren't you? That's cool, isn't
Exactly.
it?
Well, that's the thing, I guess, with this path as well, is because it's in little sections, so they can be playful, and then they
Yes.
might also find other things that they can add into the path as well.
Exactly. And smell it. Go on. Have a smell of that. Have a swab.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Nice.
Let's get it done.
To disguise Arit's new grass mound in the middle of the garden, she's designed a wooden panel to create a secret hidey hole for Tom and Ellie.
I'm just digging the trench for the oak screening. And Arit's designed this around this grassy knoll, a lovely curve that helps to mimic the rest of the curves found in the garden. And she's chosen to use oak posts, and although they are very expensive, you do get quality.
These untreated green oak posts cost £750, and will weather naturally over time. At the back of the garden, Lee is finishing his decking by creating 2 sweeping curves. And Arit can now start on her sensory splash pool.
Voila! We're going to dig this out, get a little liner in there as well, some pebbles, so it just gives, again, another dimension in terms of texture and elements within the garden that is going to be excellent for sensory needs. Time to get digging.
While Arit digs a shallow trench 10 centimetres deep, on the right-hand side of the garden, David prepares the ground for the sensory path. Harry's finished digging his trench for the oak screen, and now it's a team effort to get the posts in position.
Arit,
Yeah?
what kind of gap do you want between these?
Well, let's have a look. Can they come a little bit closer?
Yeah.
Just a little bit. So you've just got that little, it's that little peak, it's that peek through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Looking
We
good.
just need 10 pairs of hands now to hold them up while we put them in.
Well, I've got one pair.
That'll do.
All right. Okay, yeah.
First 3 we're doing the same. And
All
then...
right.
Anyway, I'll see you in a bit.
We'll see.
Right, you've got that, Arit, haven't you? I'm going to have a cup of tea.
Oh.
They can't go anywhere now.
Oh, okay. Oh.
So that Arit doesn't have to stand there all day, David's come up with a nifty solution to make sure each post has the equal gaps she's after. Once she's happy they're in the correct position, quick-drying cement is poured in to hold them firmly in place.
You can already see that it's creating quite a dominant structure within this garden, and I think that's going to create a really lovely, cosy space for Eleanor and Thomas.
We're now on to making the little splash pool. Make sure you've cleared it of stones and of any kind of loose roots, because you don't want that coming up through the liner. So what you can see, Paul and I are going to make sure it's tucked well under the deck. And actually, on this side, we actually want to blend it back into the lawn. So we're going to put a little mound of soil at this level, cover it with turf so it feels really, really natural. But the whole idea about this area is that it's about the senses still. It's playing with water. There'll be pebbles in here, so there'll be that underfoot texture play as well. And just really want the children to be able to have fun.
Arit's sensory pathway will curve around the garden.
Right, don't go using this to wipe your feet. It is no longer a doormat. So I can't use it? Oh, no. It looks like the sand at the moment, but you've got gravel either side. That's going to feel quite nice, isn't it, on the feet?
Oh, yeah.
That should feel pretty cool. And then they can always replace it as well.
Oh, and that was nice as well. That's one of my favourite, actually.
That is like a mini massage. Pay money for that, wouldn't you? Now, this sensory path was one of the main elements in Arit's garden. Lots of different textures, lots of visual interest, but I think most importantly, and the nicest element of this, is actually going to be the plants that we're putting in. So we've got chamomile, and it has that lovely soft texture underfoot, but it has a lovely sweet smell. And also, when it comes into flower, it's going to look beautiful as well. And we've also got some thyme. And thyme, like chamomile, is nice and robust. Won't mind being stepped on, but nicely, again, it's really going to give off that lovely bit of scent, which I think is going to be wonderful to wander through here, to not only feel the garden, but also to smell it. And it creates that lovely reason to go from the start of the garden all the way to the end.
When the children venture to the back right of the garden, they'll come to Arit's secluded woodland area. 2 cocoon hammocks at £180 each provide quiet areas for the children to read. One is set up on the new deck, and the other will be surrounded by woodland planting, including birch trees at £36 each. Lee and Andy are building the wooden frame to support the second hammock.
You switch his tap on? Very much. Happy? Happy.
Harry's finished building Arit's wooden screen in the centre of the garden, but she's not finished with him, as she's decided to add an extra element to her design.
It's looking so good.
Obviously, these have to come off.
I was going to say, I like your little artistry moment there. But what I am thinking is that when you kind of look in the garden, as much as there's going to be grasses that will kind of soften from this area, it doesn't quite look balanced.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering about putting some of the timber that's now going to be left over and just do a little frame so it's as if you've got, it's a connection to the back.
Nice. Yeah, I love that idea.
That'll work.
Yeah.
So not as high as this one.
Not as much work.
Not as much work, darling, no.
While Harry gets to grips with the extra screen, Arit has weeds on her mind.
This area here is going to be a second herbaceous border. So it's already got the roseberry in it, which is great because that's going to have evergreen and structure, which is fabulous. However, it has got the unwanted bindweed. One tip is to take bamboo cane, pop it in the ground, and then you can actually get the bindweed and start to train it around bamboo cane. It will happily start to wind itself through there. Then it makes it a lot easier when you want to pull it out.
In the middle of the garden, Arit's designed a 6-foot grass mound nestled behind the oak screen.
In the UK, we love a lawn. But in this instance, I didn't want just another flat lawn in the garden space. I wanted to create some interest for the children. And so by taking all of the soil that we'd excavated out of the paths, out of the patio, can create this mound, relay the turf that was taken off of the areas that we'd used, and now they're going to have this wonderful place where they can run over, lie over it, sit on it. It's about taking a material that we know and just thinking about using it in a different way. And it does bring something different to the garden. It adds form, it adds more texture, and it just gives another level of interest into this space.
An important part of Arit's sensory garden are the plants. She's carefully selected ones that will complement each other.
The colour palette, I've deliberately kept it very, very simple and kept it to the blue tones, really. The main reason for that is on the colour spectrum, blue is quite a calming colour, and I think it's really important that in a sensory garden for the children, that to start off with, that they don't want to be bombarded with colours.
To extend the line across the garden from the oak screen, Arit's tasked Harry with planting a row of grasses to add height and movement.
Now, this is Carl Forrester, and it's a beautiful grass, and Carl Forrester himself actually described grass as hair of the earth, and you can kind of see why. It moves in such a beautiful way when caught by the wind, and it really does add a lovely element into the garden. But Arit really wants to link it with another plant. So I've got verbena, so I'm going to interplant these, and again with its long airy stems and those beautiful purple flowers, and adds a lovely punch of colour into this garden. Now, the great thing about having the deck the shape that it is it actually has opened up a really nice planting pocket right in front of the summer house. Now, Arit's chosen to put in this Lonicera here, winter honeysuckle. Gorgeous, really beautiful shrub, lovely simple leaves, and actually in winter and early spring, it's going to provide this garden with a lovely bit of creamy colour, but also a lovely bit of scent as well. So that's going to be gorgeous.
Other vibrant scented and tactile flowers, including scabiosa, lavender and lamb's ears, are planted in the borders. The team just need to do some last-minute set dressing and the garden is complete.
Oh, where's the middle of this circle, do you reckon?
I know, it's in the middle. Perfect.
Before the garden rescue team arrived, Liz and Ben's garden was plain, featureless, and didn't suit their needs. It's now had a £5,000 transformation into a calm and characterful sensory garden. The patio extension provides a circular seating area. A sensory path now winds around the garden, filled with sweet-smelling herbs and textured floor coverings. The lawn outside the summer house has been replaced with a cool deck that catches the evening sunshine, and a splash pool provides the calming effect of the sight and sounds of water. Arit has added beech trees and woodland planting to reflect the family's love of the nearby forest. And there's cocoon seating for moments of quiet. Finally, for fun, a series of wooden posts screen a grassy mound for the kids to hide behind.
Right, OK. So, come this way. Keep it down, keep it down.
Now that Arit's design is a reality, what will the family make of it?
Excited faces. I think there's going to be a lively reaction on this one, isn't there?
3, 2, 1. Open your eyes.
Wow! It's amazing!
It looks so beautiful.
It is, it's beautiful.
It looks really great.
I can't actually believe what you've done.
Oh, there we are. They're lining up to go on the path. Yeah.
David spent a long time making sure that he could make this really cool for you guys. He's put in plants like chamomile, so when you brush past it with your bare feet, that will smell, you see.
That feels nice.
Then you've got you've got the gravel and the broken pavement.
And white
here.
grass there as well.
Yeah, little grass. And these are little chives. Chives are herb as well.
Let's where these can move.
Well, they move a little bit because that gives you a bit of different sensation under your feet, you see. And then you can. So what can you see at the back there, Thomas?
I can see one of those. What are they called again?
Those are cocoon seeds.
These are cocoon seeds.
Yeah.
They look pretty good to sit on.
They look amazing.
You see, and then careful.
I will.
How cool, though, to swing out over the plants, out by the deck.
It's going to be amazing.
There's a rope up here.
That's how it hangs up, Ellie. And that's going to be amazing when
it all grows up. Yeah,
around
because there's
it.
some evergreen grasses and that
Yeah.
will grow up and it'll actually feel that you're really
Oh,
kind
you
of
can
going
put
into.
flowers in there as well.
Yeah, little
Wow.
flowers.
When it rains, you can see little drops.
Yeah, you'll see the drops
Yeah.
on there.
Wait.
Oh, careful.
Careful.
Don't fall in.
Wait, let me try that, Ellie. Let me try.
Then you've got your lovely grass mound. And the thing is, you've got this nice screen here, you see, so when the adults are over there, you can kind of come and hide round the back, can't you?
Yeah, like hide and seek.
Absolutely.
It makes the space so much, well, it's more usable. It's every part of the garden has now got a purpose.
Yeah. These plants, they're called landsies. So if you touch them, they're as soft as a landsie.
I've seen they are.
Yeah, so they'll grow and they're very soft, nice to touch. And then these are lavenders, and if you crush the leaf a little bit, just you can smell. How nice is that? That's a lovely smell.
It really is that adventure, that getaway. There's so much sensory elements that everything feels so new and fun. And I think that's just amazing to have that in their back garden. Yeah.
It's brilliant. It is so lovely.
Fantastic.
And it's not at all, you see the plans and you're expecting something, but not as amazing as this. This is more than we were expecting, isn't it?
That and some more. Yeah.
That and some more. It's amazing. Thank you so much.
The team have packed up and left. So, have they given the family the sensory holiday garden they needed to help Tom and Ellie?
It's been sadly neglected for a long time, and it's just to see the whole garden come alive again. I think we'll be using the garden a lot more, not just in the summer. There's spaces that we can use all year round now.